Once upon a time, in the heart of London, lived the Darling family. There was Mr. and Mrs. Darling, and their 3 children, Wendy, John, and little Michael. Wendy, the eldest, loved telling stories to her brothers, especially tales of adventure and a magical boy named Peter Pan. One night, as the children were fast asleep, a strange light flickered in their nursery. A boy, dressed in leaves and followed by a tiny, sparkling fairy, flew in through the window. It was Peter Pan himself and his fairy friend, Tinker Bell. They had come looking for Peter's lost shadow, which Nana, the family dog, had caught earlier. Wendy woke up and was astonished to see Peter. She wasn't scared at all. Instead, she helped him reattach his shadow with a needle and thread. Peter was so grateful and impressed by Wendy's kindness and her storytelling. He had an exciting idea. "Wendy," he said, "why don't you and your brothers come with me to Neverland? You can be a mother to my friends, the Lost Boys, and tell us stories every night." The idea of flying to a magical land was too tempting to resist. Wendy woke up John and Michael. Peter taught them how to fly. "All it takes," he explained, "is a little faith, trust, and a sprinkle of pixie dust." Tinker Bell, though a bit jealous of Wendy, flew around them, showering them with her magical dust. One by one, they floated up into the air and out the nursery window, following Peter Pan across the London sky towards the second star to the right, and straight on till morning. Their journey was breathtaking. They soared over oceans and clouds until they saw it, the island of Neverland. It was a place of dreams, with mermaid lagoons, Indian camps, and dark, mysterious forests. But Neverland wasn't just fun and games. It was also home to Peter's greatest enemy, the fearsome pirate Captain Hook. Hook despised Peter Pan because, in a duel long ago, Peter had cut off his hand and fed it to a crocodile. The same crocodile had also swallowed a ticking clock, so Hook could always hear it coming. The captain and his bumbling first mate, Smee, were always plotting their revenge against Peter. Upon arriving, Peter and the Darlings had a run-in with Hook's pirates. Peter, being quick and clever, easily outsmarted them, leading his new friends to safety in his secret underground home. There, Wendy, John, and Michael met the Lost Boys, a group of boys who had fallen out of their proms and were brought to Neverland by Peter. They were thrilled to have Wendy as their new mother. She mended their clothes, told them wonderful stories, and made their hideout feel like a real home. The days in Neverland were filled with adventure. They swam with mermaids in the lagoon, visited the brave tiger Lily and her tribe, and played endless games with the Lost Boys. John, with his top hat, tried to be the responsible leader, while Michael, cuddling his teddy bear, enjoyed every moment of the make-believe. But Captain Hook was not one to give up. He learned that Peter cared deeply for Wendy and hatched a wicked plan. He captured Tiger Lily, hoping to trick her into revealing Peter's secret hideout. But Peter Pan, brave as ever, flew to her rescue. He disguised his voice to sound like Captain Hook, confusing the pirates and saving Tiger Lily. The tribe was so grateful they held a great celebration in Peter's honor. Hook, furious at his failure, devised an even more devious plan. He found out Wendy was feeling homesick and wanted to return to London. She missed her parents, and she knew her brothers did too. The Lost Boys, hearing Wendy talk about a mother's love, also wished they could go with her. Peter, who never wanted to grow up, was hurt by their decision. He turned his back on them, pretending not to care. As Wendy and the boys prepared to leave, they were ambushed and captured by Captain Hook and his crew. They were taken to the pirate ship, the Jolly Roger. Hook left a special gift for Peter, a bomb disguised as a present from Wendy. Back in the hideout, Tinker Bell discovered Hook's treacherous plan. She flew to Peter just as he was about to open the package. With no time to explain, she snatched the bomb and flew far away just as it exploded. Peter was horrified but relieved that Tink was safe, though her light was faint. He knew he had to save his friends. Peter flew to the Jolly Roger for the final showdown. The pirates were forcing the children to walk the plank. With a mighty crow, Peter Pan appeared, ready to fight. He battled Hook with skill and courage, while the lost boys fought off the rest of the pirate crew. The duel between Peter and Hook was legendary, clashing swords across the ship's deck. In the end, Peter disarmed Hook, who teetered on the edge of the ship. Just then, a familiar ticking sound echoed from the water below. The crocodile was waiting. Terrified, Hook tumbled into the sea, chased by his old nemesis. The pirates, leaderless and defeated, surrendered. With the Jolly Roger now theirs, Peter decided to fly everyone back to London. Tinker Bell, with her magic, made the ship fly. They sailed through the night sky, a magnificent sight. Back in the nursery, Mr. and Mrs. Darling were heartbroken, staring out the window, hoping for their children's return. Suddenly, they saw a pirate ship sailing across the moon. It landed gently, and out came Wendy, John, and Michael. The reunion was filled with tears of joy. The lost boys, peeking from behind, were invited to stay and were happily adopted by the Darlings. Only Peter Pan chose not to stay. He was a spirit of youth, and his home was Neverland. He said his goodbyes, promising Wendy he would never forget her. As he and Tinker Bell flew away, Wendy watched from the window, knowing she would always cherish her adventure with the boy who wouldn't grow up. And every now and then, on a clear night, you can still see the Jolly Roger sailing across the moon, a reminder that the magic of Neverland lives on. I hope you enjoyed this classic story of Peter Pan. If you did, please hit that like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.